I've been slacking, but today ends. This is the gear that you want to take to fight Goblin Village. As you can see, I'm going to show you the most important part. Is going to be sneaking. The way you train sneaking, I'm going to show you guys and why is it so important. I'm going to show you guys how to train it. The reason why it's important is going to be this. If the goblins don't see you, you do 3 times damage, and it's going to be one of the most important because you do not want to fight a whole village up close. As you can see here, I've been dealing more damage to the goblins as they go. So I'm going to go ahead and move on and show you guys how I train sneak, and it's so simple and easy. So let's get to that real quick. So now that we're here, as you can see in the screen, I had an open eye. You're gonna see this open eye again that just popped up. All you have to really do is trap a mob, trap a monster, drop it somewhere. It doesn't matter how you do it. I prefer to do this method because it's not as hard to trap it underwater, and it's easier for them to see you, and you open half with your eye because you could put half walls instead of full walls. So you can see here I leveled up, and it was pretty easy. So now I'm gonna go ahead and skip to this part right here where you see me that I pushed the village. I was looking for a smaller village, but I got stuck with this village. So with that being said, the first thing you see me take out is the mosquitoes. You have to take out those mosquitoes. Those are the most annoying thing around. The reason why I die most of the time is because of mosquitoes. So I go ahead and try to deal with the mosquitoes first. This is going to be 4 mobs that you need to take out when you go to a goblin village. It's going to be the brute, the mage, javelin, and anything else. So as you can see, I started killing goblins, and then as soon as I saw a brute, I focused on the brute because those are the ones that are going to hit the hardest. Besides the javelin and the mage, they're gonna hit it probably harder or just as equal. So you want to make sure you take them out from far range, and that's pretty much it. You have to stay away, run away, sneak around, hit them hard. It's not that hard to defeat Goblin Village by yourself, big villages. As you can see, another weapon that I like to use in the Goblin is gonna be the Frostner. The reason why I use the Frostner is because it slows down enemies. You're going to see later on as to why I use the Frostner, but for now let's just stick to range. I think needles, Drogner bow, make sure it's probably level 4 or probably level 3, which is a lot better than what I have. I had a level 2. Just know that I am playing legit. All this is my legit account. I don't mess with the sheets or anything like that. So yeah, just sneaking around and taking out the brutes, taking out the mages, taking out the javelin people. And if you see here, I heard a mosquito and I went straight to my shield and hammer. Mosquitoes, man, you gotta take them out because once one mosquito attack you, another one is gonna come. There's always that one that attacks you and another one that spawns in. It's always the same thing. There's always a problem with the mosquitoes. So just make sure you listen for them, take them out, and then just continue focusing on the Goblin Village. I've seen that a lot of people are having problem with the Goblin Village, and I say as long as you sneak your training, it's not that hard to kill them. Another arrow that I will use is poison arrow. I prefer poison arrow over needle, but I wanted to try needle, and I didn't feel like redoing the video. I couldn't find another Goblin Village, and I was tired of going around on my bow. So I do prefer poison because you have that poison elemental damage, that extra damage. So I would go with poison over needle. They do around the same damage, but with needle you don't have that extra elemental. So you can see here, this is the mage. I go as soon as I saw the mage, I go ahead and I start focusing on the mage, start attacking the mage. They're not that strong, but they do hit hard. So you want to make sure you take them around. What you see in here is I'm shooting them and they're not finding me. They're running around, provoke them, and they're not finding me. This is where sneak comes in. This is why sneak is so important, so they don't find you. When they do find me, you're going to see me that I rush back because I don't like to fight them here. Because for the goblins, if one see you, every other goblin around that goblin is going to start pushing you. So you do not want to stay in the village if they see you. Soon you're going to see me push back, and then you're going to see the reason as to why I rather use the Frostner over any other weapon. You do have the Iron Head Hammer, which you get from a Drogner Elite trophy. You can make it, and what it does, it gives you that knockback damage. I don't like that is another way that you could do it. The reason why I don't like that is because I'd rather use the shield and the frost hammer. You get soul damage, you get freeze damage, and you get crush damage. For the iron head hammer, it's good, it's decent, but you only get damage. You don't get that extra soul and frost damage. So that's another thing that you're going to see. As to, well, not going to see, but this is my personal preference. A lot of people like to use the iron hammer over the frost hammer, but I think if you level up the frost hammer to level 4, it should be pretty decent. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to where I start fighting with the frost hammer. They saw me and I decided that it was better for me to push back. I did have a javelin guy. You're gonna see that I'm gonna wait right here. I wait for the javelin guy to come to me, and this is the people that you want to take care because they do hit hard. The javelin guy, especially if you get a 1-star javelin guy, they're gonna hit the hardest. So you want to take this guy out first, and then you can focus on everybody else. So with that being said, as you're gonna see, is I do get hit a couple times. So what you want to do with this goblin is, as they're pushing you, they're going to swing, and you can just go backwards as they attack. Once you hit them, you could use the special attack from the Froster, and you will probably deal about 75% damage, which is what I like to do, and this is what you saw me do there. I always keep my shield on and just attack with the shield on, and then special damage while holding the shield, because you still keep the shield in front of you, and you still attack. And what it does is, if they attack you before you hit them, you block their attack. So now that I came here, I'm going to show you guys the mage pretty soon. Here is towards the end of the village. I did it again. You see how I hit them, and then I keep my shield up front, and then I just special attack. And I killed them in 2 hits. So this is what you want to do. Another thing, like I said, always kill the mages. As you're gonna see here, I harpooned the mage and pulled it towards me, and I start hitting it. At this point, my bow was broken, so I had no other choice. You're going to see me just focus a little bit more on the javelin guy, which is what I told you guys you have to do. The javelin guy is the guy to take out before anything else. They do hit hard. If you get a 1-star javelin, it'll knock like 80 health in 1 hit. Also, another thing that I forgot, bring anti-fire potions. I did not bring anti-fire potions. There's 2 mobs here that do anti-fire potion. This one is easy, but the mage is going to do a lot of fire damage. You can avoid the torch guy. They don't hit as hard, but they do give you that elemental damage, so you might want to, stay away from him, but he's not a real threat. Like I said, the real threats in here is going to be the mage, as you can see that he just blew up half the hut, and he'll hit through walls, the javelin, and the brute. I'll say it doesn't matter what order. You try to take those 3 guys out first. Don't try to fight them all 3 at the same time, because it's going to be almost impossible. And I would never rush a goblin village. I will always say stick to a bow, in my personal opinion. But if you have no other choice, like I did here, which I just went and rushed, I had taken out the big village. This village had about 5 mages and 3 brutes. So with that being said, guys, it's pretty simple if you take time and patience to deal with the goblin village. So hopefully this guy helped you guys. I'm gonna be making another video about building, and I'm starting my brand new server tonight. So hopefully I'll see you guys around. And like I said, hit that button and subscribe, guys. I am trying to bring my community back. So thank you for the people watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's get it.